And may I remind you about the god of Boston, Madara. I mean, come on. There's a guy that can make some stuff happen.
The god of Boston was maybe next time.
Sure.
Are you serious?
All right. You can discuss this off camera, but we're going to check into the war room first, and then we're going to have this discussion for a bit.
Fine.
It's banned.
Whoa, we've had
I grabbed the hero first, too.
Oh, you got
I grabbed Wisp. I thought one of the teams might get it, but no, Secret bans it. It's Mouse's most played hero. Makes sense. So yeah, CM Jug first, too. Where's Jug?
What's the hero base?
Is that Rick? Can you take it easy over there, bud?
Yeah, sorry, he had a blink. There we go. On the offlane there for Secret. Oh, apparently the first pick.
Oh, the first pick was Mag. That makes sense.
I think it might be
Magnus. It's an invisible Magnus.
I'm going to guess it's a Magnus.
Wow.
We'll see when the game starts if I was right. And here's the Mag. We've got the Jug of the Mag. Yeah, so they got the Jug Mag opening.
So Mag offlane.
The easy 1-2. I don't know what to draft. Let's just pick Jug Magnus. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's super strong, safe course. Secret, though, responding with the Axe. We've talked about down a lot of Kiev. It's very good versus Magnus and versus carries that have Empower, because you can always blink call somebody with Blade Mail. If they're empowered, they're pretty much going to kill themselves on it. It's very good versus Juggernaut as well, because he has a BKB piercing disable to catch the split push. So yeah, good stuff already coming out.
There we go.
There's Magnus.
It was a Zimag.
And Juggernaut's still there. Okay. Good.
Yeah, that's a strong opening for Mousesports. I kind of like it. It's, I mean, it's very just typical. They don't really do anything new. What's up with the new strats that
Take it easy.
I think it's it's very strong. Okay, let me put that out there first. But it doesn't. It's not really something special.
No, this is their kind of lineup, very much in their wheelhouse. You definitely like to see Madara on those tempo carries, on your Juggernaut, on your Lycan. The big issue for Mousesports, though, has been the mid heroes. Thug has been playing with a very limited pool. He's only played 5 different heroes, really, for them. The Lina, the Puck, the Odie, the TA, and the Ember Spirit, whereas mid one just plays everything. He's played 11 different heroes in the last 22 games. So Secret's going to look to try and establish an advantage in that matchup, I think.
Yeah, he randoms a lot in his 9K MMR as well, I believe, right?
Well, he's like 9.5K now. He's probably going to be the first player to hit 10K.
I think it's still likely that they still go for like Ember Spirit. They've really been liking it versus Magnus, just this very elusive hero that you can't really force an RP onto or any like big ultimate onto. Mousesports, they played a mag game yesterday and they did some like kind of Wanda Bow combo with the Phoenix. So I actually grabbed Phoenix thinking they might pick it in a bit.
I've grabbed the Ember like you mentioned.
There's the man.
I mean, MNT played it yesterday for them, and I think that they're just trying to play more around like team fight and like just playing against their teammate or the enemies that they're going against. So I thought that was like what I expected. And it's healing, more sustain. It works well versus Axe with Sunray and magic damage burst.
I wonder if we'll see them pick anything straight up in response to that Phoenix. You know, ways to take down the egg. Obviously already they don't really have anything good. Don't look for MP's hero. I mean, getting a trolley or a Life Stealer would be great.
Oh, can I call it? Can I call it?
Go on then.
Silencer, bro.
No.
Great against Magnus, great against Phoenix.
So,
come on.
What is
question is who would play it? Because I'd like YapzOr a more playmaking hero, and this is definitely Puppy CM.
You got to throw Ursa in there as well. In terms of heroes that can get the egg down quickly.
Yeah. Ursa, Weaver, I think those are the most likely that Secret would play for MP. But they do go for the Earth Spirit for YapzOr, so playmaking support.
Hey, I'm super interested in what you think about Earth Spirit, because we had a discussion the other day that we feel like it's kind of dropping down a tier 2. People don't really like it as much. Tusk is a little bit better. He does provide a little bit of team fight, but as far as gank potential, he's fallen off. What do you think, Nah?
Well, obviously the big impact of the recent change just hurts his early roaming potential completely. The level 1 slow was almost halved in duration, but when you talk about, there's really still no other hero that can reliably initiate from that long a range, and in the hands of a skilled player like YapzOr, what he brings to mid-game team fights is still just too much to ignore. And he's not horrible in lane. He's not like a Monkey King, where you saw Monkey King when his early roaming potential got nerfed. A lot of teams just didn't know what to do with him in lane. Earth Spirit, not in that same boat.
Why would they pick Dazzle into Axe? Is that?
Just, I mean, they have a very sustain-heavy lineup.
I mean, it's a good hero, but surely not when the other team's playing Axe.
He kind of counters them.
Yeah. I mean, sure, he surrounds himself, you heal bomb him, but I don't know, the whole Dunk Shallow Grave interaction, I don't think that's worth risking playing against.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, it is nice for the early game to kind of put a lot of pressure on him, but at the same time, if it goes past 10 minutes, it's not good.
We did get that one.
We had that one already.
I mean, Secret's really been liking, like we said, elusive heroes versus these big team fight ultimates. I'm really expecting something like a Weaver last pick. That's just like, at least for Secret, that's just what they've been doing so common.
I think, yeah, Weaver, I'd still kind of like the MP Lifestealer. I think you've got two ways of getting around, and it's good at taking down the egg. I mean, I guess against the Jug Mag, it's not nice.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder.
Right, you're right, it's maybe not as elusive as a Weaver. But what final bans? I mean, Mousesports, who are they looking for? They're still looking for their mid lane, aren't they?
Yeah, this is what really hurts you about having that limited hero pool mid, is Secret really has a lot of information going into these last couple picks about what they're going to be up against in the mid lane against Mousesports. And you compare, you know, MP he's not performed great since coming to Secret. He's been good, but not necessarily as good as he was with MVP earlier in his career. But their picks right now are just wide open, and Mousesports are basically picking from 5 heroes.
5 seconds
less
remaining.
because Puck's banned now.
Yeah, Secret really targeted them with their bans too. If you look, those are literally Mousesports heroes right there. Wisp, Bricky, Bane, Puck. That's very just standard ad Phantom / Mousesports.
Well, they get to ban one more that they don't want to face.
10 seconds
Do Mousesports, do they not play Medusa at all in
Probably
that
just
lane?
take out the Lina.
Because Medusa would be, for a lot of other teams, something that you look at that draft and say that's a great Medusa lineup.
Oh my god.
Team Secrets.
Yeah, Medusa looks pretty good for
The
Mouse.
Legion ban's a little interesting. I mean, I guess they're assuming that Thug's going to play the Magnus.
He's
and
done that in
Mouse
the
would still
past.
look for the offlane. Okay.
Not recently, but they've shown that in the past.
But a Magnus against Ember Spirit mid, I mean, that's not really the greatest matchups for him. I guess he'll still get far.
Yeah, he plays safe.
He
He
would
get far.
die.
But, ooh. No, that's one of the ways to take down the egg. Yeah.
Elusive takes down eggs, gets in the back line easy, and Mousesports go for a very quick Ursa pick.
All right.
Okay.
So are we putting who are we
Interesting.
putting mid on that? Is it?
That's Ursa
It is going to
mid.
be Ursa mid.
Yep.
Okay.
Hype.
All right.
So Ursa versus Ember, we saw that at Genting. It's a very hard matchup versus the Ember Spirit. See if it works out for Mouse.
Well, gents, thank you very much. You can now leave the war room and get ready for the cast. And I'm going to ask these two gentlemen here.
Yes.
Who's going to take the first game? Now that you see the draft.
Wow. I already know the answer, but I'll let our guest go. It's only
Alright,
proper.
alright.
I think you have to take Secret here. I actually like the way they ended the draft with the Ursa, showing a little bit of variety finally in that mid lane role, but I'm kind of with, I think, a lot of us here, and I don't see how they're going to get value out of that Dazzle pick, because to get value out of Dazzle in this particular game, you got to have Grave, and Axe just takes that away.
What he said. I'm down. Whatever he
Alright.
said.
I'm going for
Got
that
it.
as well. There's no faith in Mousesports right now.
Whoa.
That's really sad. But they have the chance to fix that by proving us all wrong. We're going to find out if that's going to happen. It's over to ODPixel and Fog.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're ready to go. Game 1, Mousesports versus Team Secret. We've just seen the two lineups come through. I'm ODPixel, this is Fogged, of course, just in case you didn't know. What do you think? We've heard the panel's opinions. Are you liking a certain team's take on this one a little bit more?
I like Secret's draft.
Yeah.
Ad Phantom picked 0 stuns. Literally 0. They have an RP versus an Ember Spirit and versus a Clinks. So I think it's going to be really hard for them. I think they have to come out really far ahead in the lanes, and they have to just kind of like group up, very group mentality with this Dazzle Phoenix thing, and just make their work with their sustain kind of force into Secret. But yeah, I'm really liking Secret's lineup. They have heavy disable lineup into Mousesports, and Mouse, yeah, like you said, they pick Dazzle into Axe.
Dazzle
which
into
is
Axe. I mean,
definitely a little bit tough at times because you want to rely on the Grave.
as they were saying on the panel, there are strengths that go both ways,
Yes.
but definitely it feels like the overriding one is the fact that that Grave is not going to do you any good in these team fights.
Yep. All right, Yapsor, MNT, spot each other out, start trading some hits.
And we'll see how the lanes end up panning out. We're going for a bit of harassment back on Yap here with Spartan as well. Yap has the roll away. So any sort of kind of lane matchups you think either side's trying to get? Is Kezu trying to get himself in a 1v1 as such, or are we going to see one of the sides go aggressive with their tri-lane?
I think the CM and the Earth Spirit can kind of just gauge where they want to go.
just go around.
Yapsor's items kind of look like he wants to be playing in the aggressive kind of factor. He's got 2 sets of regen, so I think he's going to be playing around the Axe and the mid lane more. And I think they're actually going to do a switch up right away. MP's going to go mid versus the Ursa. They're expecting that to happen, and Midwin's going to make his way toward the top lane.
Is it really just that bad of a matchup?
Yeah, I mean, you just get he just claps. He just runs at you, and you really can't farm at all on Ember Spirit because you have no way to remove Fury swipes or anything along those lines. And he's got a movement speed advantage on the Ursa.
Okay. So
a good adjustment coming out.
Yeah, MP mid.
Yep.
Let's give it a go. I mean, I don't think, have we ever seen Secret do that before, where they've swapped MP in mid one round for games where it's favored?
No, not that I've seen. No.
So we'll see how he ends up doing. Up against the Ursa, this should be what, a very easy lane for the Clinks?
No, Ursa's still like
Ursa's still.
Stout Shield and stuff. He's able to farm. He's got clap. He can push the wave in a little bit better than the Clinks, but Clinks is a good last hitter, but not a great denier. So it should be pretty much same kind of last hits. I don't think either one should come out ahead or behind, just be very even. But depending on what rotations come in, we already see Dazzle starting in mid lane and starting to throw some harassment onto MP.
Yeah, we'll see how well MP can man up here in the mid lane.
Bottom lane, Kezu getting spun on.
Already making a bit of a go. Ryapsor will be there in return. Gets to slow onto Madara. Yeah, the pressure, I guess as you said, Yapsor, between the options in these two lanes, you think he's most likely to stay down here. Can he get much done mid with a Dazzle being there?
He can just go in if they overextend, if they try to pressure too far, like on the tower dives or something like that. But yeah, he's just going to be playing between mid and bottom, just kind of finding any opportunities. Skylark actually did something clever. He pulled the creep wave, the entire first creep wave of Secret, into his neutral camp, so he's able to farm a little bit extra there.
All right. How'd you do that with the mag?
I think he just walked and grabbed the wave and just walked down, yeah.
Okay.
So that's good for him. At least he finds himself a little bit of bonus farm.
Yeah, and I guess with the fact that the supports are elsewhere, there's no way that they could interrupt that. Mid lane CS, going very nicely for Thug at the moment. I mean, this is maybe going to be the case when you do obviously have the support backup, and also the fact that, I mean, even just the fact that MP's not normally in the mid lane, there's going to be a difference in skill in terms of your mid laning capabilities, isn't there? When you're going up against a player that is the mid laner for the team.
It is a bit harder. His last hitting should be just fine afterwards. Just the Dazzle starting there, throwing some poison touches on him were a bit obnoxious.
Bottom lane, I think Spartan, that's going to be a dead Dazzle. Getting caught out here in the river by Puppey and Yapsor. Puppey making his moves around the map from top to bottom. Good
first rotation from Puppey.
We'll see what they can do here in the middle lane. Of course, that's no surprise at all, really. Jug and Magnus, 73% win rate. It's very, very strong. But I think Magnus is just fundamentally in power is one of the best late game skills to have on your team. If you have melee heroes to benefit, and with a Jug and an Ursa, they certainly do.
Mid lane, going for the dive on MP. They have the dust as well. Spartan coming in with the smoke.
So he's going down. No way he gets out.
Nice, Spartan changed tower aggro. Looked like he was almost going to drop, but nicely played there by them. Grabbing the early boots on Thug with the Windlace, just able to put that pressure.
Unfortunately for Secret, they couldn't react to that because they did get very low. And both Thug and Spartan still sitting down in the mid lane on very, very low life. MP back into it. Certainly not the easiest of lanes for the mid Clinks. Bottom lane, Kezu was getting gone upon, but straight out with the TP to the shrine. Will keep himself safe. The CS of the safe laners, slight edge at the moment for mid one. 22 for 3 on the Ember Spirit. As 19 for 8 on Madara, but it's close. And of course the Clinks in the mid lane, like how do you play it out after the laning stage? Like when do you start to leave the lane as MP?
Like, I mean, when you hit 6,
then you rotate? Or?
Yeah, I think it's like depending on certain players, they do different things. Like he's going for Ring of Aquila this game, so we'll see if he wants to stay there a little bit longer. But I would like more than likely him just making rotation, so then his CM and his Earth Spirit can have a lane to get their levels back up.
I mean, this could be very nice for Secret if they catch Thug out here. I've got the Puppey moving around from the backside with the smoke, and Thug no way to run out of that one as Yapsor comes in with the smash. And they will bring down the bear. They're ganking him whilst they still can before he hits that level 6, and things will get a little harder.
Clean rotation.
Kezu, of course, Kezu's been finding a lot from this bottom lane. You know, he's 21 CS at the moment. He will be gone upon here.
You just cursed him, I believe.
I think I did just curse him. Cool ain't gonna save from the magical.
One more spin and he would have had MNT.
Dude, maybe if that neutral got the deny as well. It was close. There was 3 standing around. Meanwhile, on the top lane,
everywhere.
Mid one and Puppey dive in. And yeah, middle lane Thug, he's got the dust out, and he's ready to go onto MP and gets the kill. So people dying in every lane.
I think he actually killed him without the dust. That was a little bit bizarre because it wasn't on cooldown when I clicked on it.
Yeah, you're right. He must have done.
I think maybe MP just ran out of mana or just like was playing a little bit too aggressively, or maybe the fade time. I actually didn't catch that when I was looking at the top kill.
I mean, there's literally 3 died every lane. Thug?
Thug?
All right. Now that's one of those times where you just hope that your team wasn't looking at the mid lane. Just underestimating the damage that he could get out with the strafe. That's painful. How close was he? Was he fishing for 6? Well, is he nearly 6?
Nope.
No, he wasn't close.
And he just didn't expect the burst damage coming out from the clicks. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, sometimes it does.
Sometimes you just get auto-attacked to death. Puppy, Yapzor, still looking for Skylark. Trying to keep the aggression on. They even put a ward behind his tower after they get the kill on him.
Yeah.
So they're really trying to keep this mag shut down as possible.
Can they go for it again?
Not the 2 of them. They definitely need one more rotation coming in since he's full HP.
I mean, mid 1 now 6 could certainly start to think about jumping in for that. They will, of course, catch out MNT here with the chain stuns, bringing him down low.
The CM attack.
Sniped there by the CM.
A snowball to the fire.
Damn.
Firebird.
Poetic. Man, 5 for 3. Secret now with level 6 on MP. We'll see what he wants to do. And what kind of build it looks to be. Just a brown boot straight into Medallion for the Clinks.
I like the Medallion. Yeah. I like the Solar Crest build a lot on the Clinks. It's very good versus the Jug. It's very good versus like majority of what Mousesports has. And I mean, if you catch like a Phoenix or something in the backlines, that hero has 0 armor. If you put him at negative, he's just gonna get like 2 or 3 shotted. Same thing with the Dazzle. So I really like this item pickup for him. And then gives him, of course, Roche potential whenever they do get a good wipe.
Yeah, Thug now hits 6, so it'll be a little harder to gank. Top lane Skylark as well, very close to the 6, mid 1 and Yapzor. Seeing if they can get in close and personal for a bit of action. Level 7 on mid 1, top of the net worth as well. Just slightly ahead of Madara. There's the Medallion completion. We'll see what MP does with this, if it is just going to be a case of remaining in that middle lane, or if he does want to start to make movements around with the rest of his team.
I think he can pressure the top tower, go for the mag as well.
Go take some objectives.
I think it's possible. I think that, or maybe the mid. He actually gets spotted. They just put down Fresh Observer and Sentry Ward by MNT, so they are trying to keep eyes on those early movements. Maybe next time he's going very deep into Ward. He actually just TP's bottom afterwards. That damage from the Medallion, 1 auto attack does like 160 damage.
Yeah, it makes it
more.
very hard for Thug to stick around in the lane. Now we'll see how they want to play out this Ursa. I mean, do you imagine it? I mean, is this? It seems like a hard game to try and snipe a Roshan. You know, with the amount of movements that Secret's making across the map, it's unlikely that Thug's going to be able to get one of those unless he catches Secret grouping up elsewhere across the map.
Yeah, maybe when they get all their 6s, they can try to force something around that with all their big ultis, like with the mag ult, with the Phoenix Egg. And if they have like a Weave on top, this does do pretty well versus Secret's lineup. But I think with the Clinks running around and Ember Spirit running around, they have so much information they can get. So, yeah, but I really, man, I just love Solar Crest this game versus like Mag Jug. It's super good. So MP's going to be very buff with that. Already making a rotation in towards Skylark with an Arcane Rune.
Thug has to be kind of careful when he heads into the jungle like that, hanging around on very low life. If MP comes around and finds him. MP, though, fortunately enough for Thug, is eyeing up the top lane, looking towards Skylark.
They get the scan onto MP. They know someone's there. Skylark going to get dove and brought down very quickly, though.
And that's going to be the RP used as well. Let's see if it sets up anything in return. Mid 1 already remnanting away, making sure that the Omni Slash isn't going to guarantee a kill. Dust comes out, will clip MP, but he's already managed to make himself quite far away. And I don't know if they could actually close the gap before the dust wears off. And can they? I mean, he's under the sentry, though. The Poison Touch will connect. They'll go in with the big fiery laser of doom from MNT, and they do claim the kill. The sentry out there, very nicely done for Mousesports.
Expensive rotations, though. They TP 2 people, and they have to run the Phoenix all the way across. Yeah. There was an Omni Slash committed to, so there's a Jug going there as well. So that's a heavy commitment trying to get the Clinks clean up. Definitely super favorable for Secret.
Kezu making good timing on the Blink Dagger as well. 1500 towards it. Bottom lane. Skylark and Madara. I mean, we'll start to see Skylark as well, I'm sure, try and get his Blink Dagger done. He's still quite a while away. 500 gold.
Yeah, it's going to be scary because this like Clinks isn't really going to be showing on the map too much. So it's like every time Axe is going to be going for like initiation play, you have to expect 3 heroes, maybe even more than that, coming out from Secret because they have a Clinks running around Invis, they have Ember Spirit who's going to have Boots of Travel super early. So the Mouse is going to have to play very defensive. They're going to have to be sitting behind their cores in a lot of these scenarios very soon.
Let's see. As MP is looking for action. Eyes onto Skylark and Madara. The rest of Secret are behind MP.
Madara saw something happen.
Yeah,
he saw the fade.
Spooked him.
I think he saw the fade from the skeleton walk in the tree land.
I'm looking to try and hold this. About 15 seconds and they'll have an RP.
They're outnumbered heavily down here.
Yeah, Secret have got all 4 of them against the 2. Top lane. See Mouse trying to abuse this, so they look for mid 1. He throws down 1 Remnant. Has got another to play. We'll see if he can play his way out of this one. He's actually going to go for the slide into the TP. And of course, with the lack of stuns that we mentioned earlier in the draft, nothing that Mouse could do to stop that kind of play.
The Tive's coming out bottom.
Silence already out to 1. The RP will catch 2, but where's the follow-up? TPs are coming through from Mouse. Madara managing to survive for a little bit, but Kezu comes in with the first dunk. Now, looking to surround Spartan. They'll drop the Magnetize, looking to set up for another dunk. There we have it. Double kill for Kezu. He's not done yet. I'm pretty sure this is going to look to be the triple, and there we have it. Kezu with the good dunk.
And top. Mid 1 gets a solo kill on the Thug.
Oh, that's... It's not great. I mean, MNT is enjoying the mid lane, but the rest of his team are enjoying the dirt. As, yeah, that was not ideal for Mousesports. Triple kill for the Axe as well. I mean, that's definitely going to give Kezu his Blink Dagger, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, he's got it
already. A bit of gold on top, yeah.
And he's going to get another kill mid onto MNT. He just gets a nice clean Blink call dunk. Yeah, we even see it here on the replay,
On the replay, yeah.
This is one of those scenarios that we talk about so much in Dota, where this tower is very hard for you to defend as a Radiant side. If you're being outnumbered like this and you only have 2 heroes set up and you have to TP 2 or 3 heroes in, it's already pretty much a lost fight. There's so many different angles of approach that the Dire side can take around this tower. And they weren't set up properly. They didn't even have their Phoenix 6 yet. He didn't have a TP either. So they were just kind of TPing into their death. The Ursa is the one who has to kind of be there with the mag set up already if they do want to go for those tower defense. Those are their strong power heroes at the moment, not the Dazzle. The Dazzle's like super weak at this point in the game. They really need their bigger cores to be set up for those tower defenses.
An interesting stat there as well that we saw. I didn't quite get the last bit of it, but the gist was that they have used MP mid before. Apparently 2 months ago in the EU qualifiers, there was a game where they did do something similar. But yeah, none at the Kiev major main event. But so far this game, it certainly seems to be working out. You know, mid 1 still had a fantastic time in the safe lane. Arguably, maybe he got more fun than he would have done, well, definitely against an Ursa, but maybe even in other games, being in that safe lane position. A little slow on the levels, perhaps. But actually, even with that, Puppy was in the jungle. He wasn't really sapping much from the lane. So
he was maximizing.
Yeah.
He was maximizing really well, too.
Yeah.
I was watching him a few times. He kept pulling the side and stacking it, too, for himself and making sure that he denied Skylark levels.
Look, he's level 13 it's 13 minutes. That's incredible. That is incredible. I mean, Madara's only level 9. That is a huge experience advantage, mainly on this Ember Spirit. Mid 1's had a great time.
Looking to go on Puppy in the mid lane. They're ready for it, though.
Yeah, instant turnaround from Yapso, and Kezu jumping in with the call. Freezing field from Puppy used as well. They're trying to bring Thug down low, but the Enrage actually going to keep him alive here. Negating enough of the damage and the heal as well. Well, survive. He's trying to commit.
Right,
they'll turn the heal again, trying to outdo the Magnetize just enough. And with Thug TPing back to base, he is going to make it. He will just survive. The rest of Mousesports on their way out of there. Skylark and Spartan. I can't quite believe they get themselves away there, falling incredibly low. But Secret just unable to get the final touches through on that. So a good little bit of action there for Mousesports in the mid lane, getting the kill onto the Axe. But it looks like they may lose the tower. I mean, look how much damage that Magnetize did as well. It's one of those points where you do see how useful the Dazzle is when the Axe isn't around. He can save your backside.
Yeah, mid 1 had already Boots had traveled toward bottom. He was pushing the wave out and just forcing bottom wave very hard. Same thing with MP. He was kind of just jungling. He was eating a creep and then just making his way toward there. So they only had 3 heroes there in response. They didn't have any to kind of clean up. And Kezu did get brought down. But yeah, that damage from Magnetize. Unfortunately, he had no urns.
Spartan, get yourself out of... No, he's dead. No chance to escape. And now mid 1's actually going to look to run down a little bit more. Let's play around with him with this haste rune. At the least, keep this bottom lane pushed in as well. And mid 1's build this game as well. Very, very much itemizing against Mouse's lineup, just getting that Shiva's guard as soon as he can. I mean, we've seen that. I can't remember if it was mid one. We saw it in another game, wasn't there? There was a lot of physical damage in the Ember. Gets the Shivas, and then suddenly this Ember is just ridiculously tanky to this physical.
Yeah, it's super good versus the Magnus in general too.
Yeah.
Like if you're able to scout him out with that Shiva's guard, you can always try to stop his blink dagger with it, etc. And of course the physical resistance. I like the wards coming out from Secret too. Very aggressively placed in the enemy jungle, and they're also watching the one recovery point. Secret definitely feels like they have a commanding lead, so they're like, okay, the way that Mouse gets back into is through Ancient Stacks. So they have a ward checking that out, and it is a triple Ancient Stack that's going to be ripened for the taking.
Sky is really tempted to try for a play. Doesn't have a blink, so he may have to go for some skewer RP, but quick reactions from mid one. I think this is a very hard catch to get. A mid one is just, he's going to be straight out of there. Yeah, no messing from the Ember Spirit as soon as he senses something wrong. And that's just wasted time from Mousesports, using 3 heroes to set up on a gank that you really aren't going to get. Even if there was a blink on the Magnus, mid one very likely to be able to get himself out.
Yeah, I think it would be very hard for them to actually bring him down. I think it would be kind of close. Like if Thug gets the blink timing at the same time, he's able to just get all the burst on him. But he's got a plate mail, so he's relatively tanky on the Ember Spirit. And P now just auto-attacking down this bottom tower, tanking it with the Solar Crest, taking 0 damage.
That's a good item. And that Blightstone as well, very much value having that.
Methodical from Secret so far.
Time to fight as well. Secret say they're looking for another good bit of a wipe. Madara very, very low. Straight in. Kezu's there. Nothing the Dazzle can do to save him against the onslaught of the Axe and Co. And they'll go for a second. Mid one tames the Duggle. Make sure that the dunks don't happen. So he can benefit from the gold himself. And straight back up to the top lane. Mid one. Ready to continue farming. Skylark and Thug. They're still here for pretty much the past 5 minutes, and nothing feels like it was achieved. They just can't catch mid one.
Yeah, Skylark needs to farm more. I think he's trying to set up too much. Like there, like you said, he was waiting there for so long. He's still only 400. He's like 400 away from it still. It's almost 20 minutes, or on the way to 20 minutes. And now at this point, Secret's already gonna have an Aegis. So as long as they don't overcommit too hard, they should be pretty good in setting this game. Nice freezing
straight up the freezing field. Every little helps. I mean, yeah, it will tickle Roshan a little bit.
Yeah, we saw Kuroki doing that a lot at Kiev, right? He was ulting a lot of Roshans. He doesn't expect to really need it too much in those fights.
Yeah, ult to Roshan, ult to farm, ult to jungle.
It's only 90-second cooldown. They can just... It's okay. He's just a walking aura anyway, right?
Absolutely. You got mana for days, so might as well use it for summon. Yep. And of course, beautifully done. Takes the plus 60 damage on the CM. We love it. But yeah, it's looking very, very rocky for Mousesports here. In these first 17 minutes, 11k gold lead for Secret. And it's pretty much all downhill since the laning stage. Mouse need to find something big. This could be it. Skylark's just picked up the Blink Dagger. So this does have the potential to be big for Mousesports, but at the same time, I feel like Secret, that they're prepared for this.
Yeah, Mouse has to get like perfect kind of ultis, and then at the same time still they're fighting into an Aegis, so it depends if the egg is placed a little bit too far up, if they don't get the spirits on the right people. If the dunk comes out on somebody earlier, they get the bonus attack speed and movement speed from it, so I think it's really hard for Mouse to kind of take this lineup, take this kind of fight when they have... They only have the lead initiator as your Magnus is something we always talk about too. It's like you never want your Mag to just like blink in and RP somebody. You want someone else to just kind of start the chaos and then he follows up with the counter initiation.
I mean, they're eyeing up Puppy here, but they're kind of saying, well, can we get something a little bit more down here? It's, just a CM isn't really what they want, and in fact they're having trouble with that one. Puppy's going to survive as the silence comes out in Yapso. The beam starts finally just ticked out. Okay, the poison touch does get him. But Secret now, in return, looking to make sure they get the better trade. Madara blade fearing his way out of there. In fact, oh, is he actually going to get himself out of the tree line? Oh, he is! They couldn't see him. He got himself round the trees, does TP out. I mean, they still lose 2 Mousesports, but I can't quite believe that Jug escaped.
Yeah, Kezu actually whiffed the dunk just by a little bit, and then he was graved up. Yeah, Jug just spin TP'd out with Grave, and a little bit unfortunate for them, but it doesn't matter. They get 2 kills for a CM. Now they get to push their lanes out as well. Mid one with those bots, and Shiva's guard, Puppy actually picks him up a gem too, so they're looking to just completely suffocate Mouse at this point and just take all map control.
Looking grimmer and grimmer. Top lane Thug. I don't think he's getting out of it. He can enrage, but they're going to see Kezu come in with the control. And no way the Fuzzy Wuzzy gets himself back to base.
At the same time, they even claim the mid tier 2 with MP with the newly bought up Desolator.
Oh, Deso and Solo Crest.
Yeah. Minus 19 armor, whoever he gets to apply that on. And he's going for a Hex next. I really like this pickup. Wanting more managing, getting that instant type of lockdown for the Ursa, for the Juggernaut, pretty much for anybody, even if you see the Magnus or the Phoenix. Like, it's just a great item in general on Clinks that people used to go quite a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's, single target, you're killing anyone on the map at that stage.
Yeah.
No problems at all. For Mousesports, definitely all about hitting that big RP, and it has to be big. He's got to be hitting at least 4 Skylark, and you've got to be getting the axe as well. If Kezu's there with the counter initiation, it suddenly doesn't matter if you're getting a good RP. Another one just to be freely taken here outside of the base, and in fact they'll get it. Can they get the vision for the dunk? Ooh, no, couldn't quite get up to the high ground, so Kezu won't get the second dunk. Still, that is a Phoenix down. Secret in good position to start pressuring the high ground if they wish.
I mean, they've got a 15,000 gold lead with Aegis.
That's a lot.
They can force some reactions back, hit the tower a bit, just have like just the Clink Shung in the front line so they can't get multi-hero RP'd. Might try for a skewer, off the mark. Nice little sidestep from MP. They're spotting out Thug, Yapsor.
Let's see if they can get any sort of jump. Adara forced to play Furious. The chains come through. MP continues to stand his ground. Thug will jump in, looks for a clap. He's going to find it. Frostbite. And MP turning, forcing the Ursa back up to the high ground. Secret. They'll certainly want to wait out the weave as it does tick down the armor.
Yep, mid one can always just, throw a remnant down, bots to the other lanes, keep the lanes pushed out, and they can just hold their ground, farm this. Be efficient though. Definitely farm these like 3 camps as best as possible while forcing Mouse to just sit in their base, and the advantage is just going to keep going in the favor of Secret during all of this.
Let's play Melon Kezu as well. It's going to cause additional issues for the side of Mouse now. Even if they do get an RP on him, if he has that blade mail out, they've got to think twice before committing with the damage. I know this is definitely one of the most brutal opening 20 minutes I think we've had. Have we had a game that's been this brutal in the first 20 minutes for a team? But there was another game actually, wasn't there, that was quite quick?
Mid lane, Thug.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He's no longer with us.
We've had some very hectic games, I would say. It's like 2 of the Vegas series were very 20-minute, lots of kills. But mid lane again, they get the call. Dunk onto Skylark. And
that jog is not going to get out of there either. MP picks up a double, 2 most damage on this Clinks.
They just have so many different forms of, I mean, with all these Blink Daggers, with such a surge of gold going in the way of Secret, they have 3 different people that can kind of initiate now in this way. Ember Spirit just slide chains, Yapsor can just blink in and kick a stone, and then Axe can follow up. Just a lot easier for them to go. Now again, Spartan getting gone on though.
And he is out and down. That's going to be a Dunkaroo for Kezu. Thug trying to run his way away with the Enrage. A buyback from Dazzle will be there as Spartan wants to enjoy some final moments in this game, as it almost certainly is coming to an end. 22-6, 22 minutes in. Top racks being forced in. Mouse just never really getting themselves off the ground in this game. And Secret will show some mercy, but this is, it's reached the 1K a minute decline. And a game as well where, as you said, we've had hectic games like this, but those games normally have like a bit of a swing. There's always been one fight that's kind of knocked it back, but this one has just very much been downhill since the lanes. Yeah. And see if they can do anything here. This is, if they can, this could be the swing that we talk about that's happened in other games. But it's so hard to execute.
Versus these elusive heroes too. Yeah. They might catch some supports, but mid one's very hard to kill. He's going to break the smoke. Is he going to get caught? He actually does get caught by the RP, and he is getting brought down. That's a gem.
That is one big kill. That is something.
Yeah, they had high ground vision of him there. Mid one looked like he was walking up trying to break the smoke. He looked like he had a feeling that something was going on there, but yeah, Mouse with that superior vision there, able to get the instant jump on him and bring him down quickly. That's nice. That's a pretty big swing.
All right, so that's how much money did they get for that kill? Who got the money, actually?
Skylark got 1,000.
Skylark got 1,000.
But it was about, what, like 2,000 something gold swing about total? Something close to that, like 1,500, 2,000. Either way.
What did Skylark get after the Blink Dagger? What's his,
I think he was going Midas.
He did get the Midas, okay. All right. I mean, so as I said, if it does go on, this is a triple melee core, including the Magnus, with the Magnus in power. They can push the lanes back out. They're yet to lose a Rax.
You see Mid1's new item he just picked up? Nice little Solar Crest Ember Spirit, you know, Solar Crest on everybody, why not? I mean, versus a Jug Mag lineup versus such heavy physical, I don't see why not. Thug getting gone on toward top. He's using the Enrage. They're going to be chasing him down here. Blinks up in 2 seconds. Will they be able to stop it?
Boom.
Yes, they will.
Yep, they get the Remnant straight in onto his head, and Kezu wants to kill secure. Make sure that he gets the kill. And that there's no escape for the bear. That is the bear down for a full minute. No Thug here for the defense. They do still have the Magnus Jug combination. The Secret, as long as they don't stand too close to each other, should be fine. Mid1 already up. Checking out the situation.
He's very tanky.
Are you ready? Solar Crest is Shiva's Guard. I mean, we're nowhere near any sort of true strike on the members of Mousesports. So yeah, his effective HP is pretty through the roof.
They got Madara.
And yeah, they've certainly got him. He's out and down. They'll pop the Phoenix Egg, but with the strafe from Klinks, they can easily dispatch of the Supernova. In they come. That's a good combo. That's a very good combo. In fact, that's a brilliant combo. They've just taken down 2. MP, though, trying to get himself away. They're going to get him. He comes out. Okay. Triple kill. I mean, it is nice, but it's not going to win you the game, unfortunately. Secret, with the 2 Mirani members, did get the melee racks.
It was so nice.
It will hold you in the game. 2 more of those, and we'll maybe start to see that little red bar at the top not being entirely red, as it currently still is.
The thing is that Jug does have to use a buyback.
He did use a buyback.
So he gets a lot of reduced gold for those kills, the 60% reduction. So he barely even comes out ahead with that one. Of course, the experience swing is massive, but yeah. I mean, at least they got, you know, they're landing the combo right there. They finally got it.
It's something.
It's something.
I mean, we saw on the graph, yeah, the kind of the dips, you know, as it turned back around on the XP, you know, the kind of the saggy balls.
Rax was claimed though by Secret.
We need rapiers this game. I think that's what we're waiting for.
Let's take a look at this one again.
There we go. So I mean, it was a really nice RP. We were catched with what, 3 heroes. The start it kind of works for the egg. They take down the egg, but the fact that the egg was there kind of drew them together and then battle. Look how close they're standing. You can't stand that close, Secret, because you will get sucked in by reverse polarity, pulled to pieces, and then of course they've got the sentry down. Easy chase down of MP.
Yeah, they were very clumped up. I think for the next scenario,
that's the only time we've ever seen them be that clumped up this whole game.
Yeah, they like. I think they saw them killing the egg, and they were like, Phoenix has gem, so all of them kind of like panicked, ran, trying to grab the gem at the same time and get caught by that. Spartan, looks like you're gonna die to some auto attacks. Mid1 continuing to chase up. He's got an arcane rune.
All right, we need another one of those RP. What's the cooldown on RP? That's literally...
It's up.
It's up. Okay. It's there.
They've got the Hex now on MP, so they can instantly disable, and they also have the Yule Scepter on Yapzor, so if they do get eyes of that mag, they can.
Get the Enrage out again with the Supernova. They will turn to take it down with the Klinks, and they'll get it. That's going to be the egg gone. They were trying to look for the RP. Does pop it. Only catches out the Ember Spirit, who's immediately forced down to the low ground. Kenzie don't stand another. GG's called. It's all too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I said we were going to get 2 stomps. I'll be interested to see what happens in the second game, because I did say we'll go 1-1, stomp either way, but this stomp was very convincing from Secret. I mean, we did already have our worries from the draft, and it seemed like a lot of those worries were warranted at the end of the day.
They got a good amount of their comfort heroes.
Yeah.
The way that they put the lanes as well, they put the Klinks matchup versus the Ursa. Mid1 farmed really well. The rotations coming out from Yapzor and Puppey were on point this game. They really shut down Skylark super hard, gets a very late Blink Dagger. And yeah, just nice movements coming out from Secret, and Mouse unable to respond.
Yeah.
But I like their idea. You see even MNT's like, I'm going to go egg. Even though it may not be like the best egg position, he's trying to force them to kind of like go for that clump. He's even pinging. He's like, right here, Skylark. But yeah, they're just a bit too far behind.
Yeah, they were. Just a little bit. Tough game, ladies and gentlemen, there for Mouse. Great start for Secret. We've seen a lot of series for Secret where they do lose the first game. This one was not to be one of them. They had a very convincing one. We'll see if they can do it again in game 2. Don't go anywhere there, ladies and gentlemen, as we will have a short advert break and then back to the panel. See you in a bit.